In this video of the Better Photography Weekly Challenge, we will be discussing the winners and honorable mention of the contest, A Day in Your Life. Our judge and mentor is Chenthil Mohan. Chenthil specializes in documenting competitive cycling and has been following the Indian cycling subculture over the last decade. As an accredited sports photographer, he has shot at iconic global cycling events such as Paris and World Championship and other sporting events across Asia and Europe. A published photojournalist in leading publication and photo festival, Chenthil also runs a successful commercial photography business and is an award-winning wedding and portrait photographer. Hello and welcome.
Cool. So one of the things that I noticed, the day in your life is an open, pretty open. It's open to interpretation the way anybody wants. It could mean anything to anybody. It could be work. It could be a photographer who's talking about his journey. It could be anybody talking about their life, and it's open to interpretation. And one thing that I noticed consistently is like it had the variety that I didn't expect. I thought people would just come back with street pictures and come back with like what day in the life is visually represented or the beaten path always. There were some of these images in the mobile phone category and in the camera phone category kind of took me places where I didn't expect it. So it was fairly an unexpected set of images in a good way for me. And let me go through a couple of, the selections in the camera category, and then we'll go through the selections in the phone category. And then towards the end, I will announce the winners. So this picture for me kind of stood out. I have a thing for going minimal and the perspective of being top down. And then there's this lady who's being pushed, and then there's a cart there are wheels on both sides, and the frame is divided in the middle. And it's very difficult to find this in India because normally you will have this frame filled with other things in it also. And this is a very clean frame that kind of just stood out. And there's a little bit of reds here and there, which just breaks the monotony of grays in the picture for me. This again had a very day in the life of when I literally saw this image, I told myself day in the life of a brick worker, or like if a brick worker had to take a picture, which they might not be taking a picture, this is how it might look. It's up and close and personal. There's a little bit of distortion on the side, which tells me that they have shot it with a wide angle and they've been literally up and close with their subjects. And thankfully, nobody is looking into the camera. If one of them had looked into the camera, I'm not sure whether the frame would have worked as well as this composition. This picture blew my mind away because there were two versions of this picture that were shortlisted earlier when I saw it. This one literally shows that the kid, there's a whole narrative. I can write a movie script with this one frame, and maybe I can make a pitch out of this and write a whole thing. There's a dove which is sitting there, which looks like a character in the whole story. And then there's this kid with apple, the sticker on the apple is still there. And there's a whole bunch of stuff going on for me in this frame. And there's a sense of hope as well in this picture. There's a window and there's light coming in, and the ivy line is curled up. This is an image that kind of like sticks in my head for a while. This made me laugh. This particular image made me laugh, as if he's been wronged by his partner or girlfriend, and she's just left him and gone, and he's headless now, and he's still taking shade under. And everything is just perfect for me in this frame as well. And there's so much left to interpretation for the viewer. I am the viewer here. I don't know what exactly happened, but I can make stories. And these are the images that made me fall in love with photography itself. You can interpret it the way I want. I can interpret it the way I want to. There's a sense of humor. This is something that this is also very in line with how I would shoot an image. All straight lines remain straight. And there are frame within a frame within a frame. and there's so much color that's going on, and there isn't, as in there's a lot of whites and blacks, and it just works. And it looks like the men are up to doing something beyond construction. Only when I look, I mean, at first glance, it looks like there's some kind of a performance going on, and then it's just a construction scene. And yeah, now it shows that the participant is in Chennai. I was just telling myself, this is ideally a situation that happens in Chennai. This picture, if not for the kids jumping on the side, would have just been an ordinary frame for me, which you see in any river transportation system. Whereas the kids running and jumping in the water body kind of shows how shallow the whole water body is, at least where they are. And then there's a boat going around, and compositionally, I like the whole thing that there's a small twig which is separating both sections of the frame for me. A little on the over-processed side, but yeah, that works for me, as in like normally the clouds look slightly on the over-processed side, but I don't think that's too much to work. I mean, like that's fine. It's a little colorful and a little over-processed. This is stunning. I mean, also, it's a lot of strong visuals of meditation and bodybuilding, and then there's this woman in the middle who's cutting the frame in the middle, carrying buckets. You can put it up for a frame on more strength to women kind of a frame, and you can caption it the way you want to, and there's a lot of strength in that lady who's walking with the buckets, in spite of all the men and all the other stuff that's surrounding her. And again, it's a very interesting composition where there's a pathway in the middle of, it's a small alley, and it kind of gives you a sense of space as well. Now, switching over, so for me, this frame is a lot about colors. And the lack thereof. That jacket that he's wearing and has a very a cinema-esque. I mean, would you call it orange and teal? Maybe not, but something very cinema-esque. Maybe I would prefer it slightly warmer, but it's the colors and the grays which kind of work for me in this frame. And the moment itself, the birds are flying away, and there's somebody trying to feed it, and there's a dog sleeping on one corner. It just works. I think I watched this frame for a while. This particular frame had a very creepy edge to it. It was colorful. At the same time, there's a mystery element of who this shadow is. There's a shadow casting on it. And there's this guy, if I look closely, I think he's talking on his mobile phone, but initially I don't know what he was doing under the tree. This is a very, again, a meta image, which gives me, there's a sense of color, and there's a lot of shadow play, and there's a lot of, and I like creepiness. This is an interesting, creepy image, which I absolutely love. Switching over to the smartphone category, which is a little more interesting again. I'm assuming this is either a wine shop or a grocery store. I see some eggs in the frame, so I'm assuming it's a grocery store. It's a very typical lockdown scenario where everything is half shutter and people are standing, and very interesting image. Again, my choices of straight lines apply here as well. So I have a thing for mannequins. When I see mannequins and frosted glass, especially in a humid, I'm assuming this is, it is in Calcutta. Look, I mean, it says Calcutta, so this has to be somewhere in the seashore where it always mists when you have air conditioning inside. And it's a sense of, there's a sense of family. There's a baby mannequin, there's a female mannequin, and there's a guy mannequin, and behind it, there's some celebration. It has, and having this in color says it has varied layers of interpretation the way I want to look at it. Again, it's all my mind looking at the image and making a story out of why the image was shot, which makes the image more intriguing. Uh, this is a very clean black and white image. The light play is very interesting, where there's extreme highlights on the cooker and the gas stove itself, whereas the rest of the entire frame is all blackout. I'm not sure whether it's the actual scenario or this was achieved in post-production, but an interesting frame nonetheless. Yeah, so I think I saw these frames first when around Diwali time, and as a child, I associate Diwali as where you stand in queue to get the attention of the tailor to give your clothes on time. And this looked like a scene straight out of a tailor's place just before Diwali. And then you have the assistant. I'm not sure whether it's assistant or kid sitting there trying to fix buttons on one side, and then the tailor is busy, and then there's a whole plethora of shirts behind him. Interesting frame, and there's a mask as well on the frame. Yeah, and for me, this frame was interesting for multiple reasons. One, the old man. I'm assuming he's an old man in a parking lot. And then there is an arrow which points both ways. Time's gone by, or there is hope even when you're old. Could be looked at either ways, depending on my mindset. If I'm in a grumpy mode, I look at this as a very sad picture. Right now, I'm in a slightly perky, happy mode. So I see it in an optimistic light. And the choice that this image is in color kind of gives me hope that there is a little more positivity in this image. This is one of my preferred creepy images again. It's like a murder mystery image for me. There's a hand where I don't know where it came from, and then there's this whole filmy. It looks like it's exposed on a plate. I can understand why it's in the mobile phone category. It's a little grainy on one side. And that gives me a very filmy feel to it, and it takes me back. It's like time travel. Images can be also a time capsule which takes you to different places. So this is one of those images which would fit on a cover of a murder mystery for a so it's black and it's dark and it's edgy. Again, the only thing that I kind of though I love this frame, I so badly wanted to straighten the lines. The lines are not straight according to my perfect standards. And I love the chargers going around, and especially that one crooked charger, which is how things are always in India. And the whole play of including things on both sides, and then having all the lines play and the plot points makes it a very interesting frame. Now, switching over to the winner, the third place goes to Amod Kumar from Thane. And this image, again, as I said earlier, it's a really powerful image for me. And this is something that tells a lot in a single image. I don't even need to see a series. Just this one image gives me so much insight to what could have been the actual scenario. And the perspective, it's not at the eye level of the child, it's at slightly elevated, and it looks within the whole frame, and I've grown up in hospitals all my life, and this is a perspective that's very close to me. The second prize is my favorite creepy image, which is super colorful. There's peacocks, there's a creepy guy. I think this is Holi because I see color on one side and there's a lot of pink on the floor as well. And the shadow placement is just perfect. I think I spent quite a bit of time trying to figure out who goes second and who goes third. And at some level, it's also arbitrary because I just sat on it for way too long to decide who goes where. This had to be the winner, Bhimende Sarkar at Bangalore, but this looks very Calcutta-ish. The alleys are too small, and I don't see this happening in Calcutta. In Bangalore, I see this happening more in Calcutta, and it's super powerful image. And I could write a lot of stuff around this image, just with this image of all the men around, and this woman just walks past in the middle. it's super powerful, and the fact that she's carrying buckets just brings a smile to me. Now, the winner smartphone category, third prize goes to Kanchan Dilip Trivedi Vasai. And again, this, I've already explained this. I love the lines. I really wish the lines were in symmetry a little more. But that's the only thing that I can, and there's a missing, and now when I look at it, there's a missing air conditioning remote control at one of these slots. The family, the mannequin family, takes the second prize in the smartphone category. Dipro Biswas from Kolkata. I've already explained why I really love this image. It has a sense of celebration and also a mysterious feel to it. It's a family of mannequins, and the whole frosted glass gives it like you can interpret it the way you want to. The first prize on this goes to the grocery store picture, Rishikesh Vidyadhar Gaikwad from Pune. Initially, when I thought it looked like it's an alcohol, it's one of those wine shops where they are selling booze illegally. But now when I look at it, it's more like a grocery store. Reminded me of the whole lockdown phase where even the basics which we took for granted was not exactly granted. I mean, was not available. And then this was a common scene that you could see everywhere. And this picture also works with the whole color play where there's a lot of reds and then there's no red. I mean, the second half of the frame is just like 5 creepy legs. Pretty much all the winners on smartphone and camera category, just like the spread of choices that we got, I don't think I mean, I could have, I mean, as a photographer, I might have been able to take an image that way, but the spread of how people interpreted a day in the life of is quite amazing. It's genuinely a day in somebody's life of. You had a hospital scene, you had a living room, you had the grocery store, a car park, and even the mannequins. So everything kind of, it just fits into this whole ecosystem that we can call a day in somebody's life. So that's pretty much all I have, and I thoroughly enjoyed this whole process of looking through these images and picking the winners, which was fairly tough. I hope you like the selections as well.